The day has finally come. They have arrived.
Oh my God. They look a million times better than they did in the sort of design photos. But anyway.
That's not what this video is about. Today's video is about lowering the S3. We'll get to these, but unfortunately, my main man, Jesus, has decided he's going to go to Butlins for the weekend. So I can't get my tyres fitted until next week. So anyway, let's get on with the video, lowering the S3. Welcome back to another video. So today, I got a bit of work. We're doing a bit of work on this old T4. I say a bit of work, basically full restoration. It's a complete mess. There's holes everywhere. But in between doing that, I'm gonna fit these bad boys to this. So coilovers for the S3. They've been sat 2 weeks now. It's annoying me. So I'm going to do that in between a bit of paid work today. I'm not going to push it too hard because I literally still have no energy. So we're going to see what we can get done. And hopefully I can get a pair of front shocks done, front coilovers. If not, it's just going to look wonky. But we'll see how we get on. Anyway, on with the video. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. It's sleeved, which means a lot of whacking. I don't think I've got the juice to do it, but we'll see. Okay, so it's probably a good idea to open the box first and see what's actually in there. So let's get on with that. Right, rear springs, rear caps, that's the adjusters. It's like shortened front drop links, coilover spanners, rear shocks. Okay, here they are. So these are Stance Plus Ultra, I think, the adjustable ones, supposedly, hopefully. So just have adjustable dampening on them. Yeah, okay, looking good, looking like we've got everything. Doesn't look like they're sided. So yes, all good. We can carry on and start taking this one apart. Obviously we've got to swap the top mounts over from the old shock to this shock. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're hammering a chisel into the gap there to split or release tension from the a million things at once. Pop that there. Release tension from here so we can slide out this shock from the hub. If you don't do that, it doesn't move. So you just need to release a little bit of pressure. Bit of penetrating spray on there as well, a bit of that in there. Just helps it sort of release. So I'm going to carry on whacking this now. Unfortunately, I can't show you me whacking it because I'm on my own. So back to this in a sec once it's out. Okay, we've got to the point now where the hub will not move anymore because the drive shaft is touching the anti-roll bar. So if I explain this quickly, anti-roll bar is linked to the suspension. The suspension is trying to come out of the hub. The hub is connected to the drive shaft. So as the hub comes down, the drive shaft comes down, touches the anti-roll bar, and it's kind of creating this pull between the two. So you can't move that because this is still attached here. So I'll take the anti-roll bar off, the link, sorry, which is split anyway, lovely. And then the hub will be able to move freely out of the way. Okay, so the roll bar is now out of the way. I had to release both sides to drop it down, but now we've got room here to move the hub down enough to get the shock out. So let's get whacking. Okay, so new issue. Lower arm's now at full extension. I can't get the shock out. So I'm gonna have to take these out. Let's take those out. I've got to bash the shock back up. God, do you know what? I do hate this car. What a pig to work on. Right, it's out. I say it's out. It's oh. Looks like one shock's getting done today. I'm absolutely sweating my ass off. Time out. Can't do the tea thing because I'm holding the phone. I'm gonna have to sit down for a bit. I'm gonna sit down and watch some TV. And we'll come back to fitting in a minute. I've just got to get the top mount off the old shock onto the new one, so it means compressing the spring. Do that in a minute. Okay, so top mount is off. I'm giving it, it's all stuck together now. I'm giving it a little grease the bearing. Got the old Widowmaker there to get the tension off the spring before we remove the top mount. So, back together, back in. Right, so shock's in. We're just going to cheat now because I'm on my own. I haven't got a ramp. We're going to use the jack to bring the hub up to the shock. Try and do this one-handed. We'll give it a go. Yeah, I couldn't do it one-handed. So yeah, it's in. Yeah, it actually fell in, obviously because it's got no corrosion on it, it's not grown in, I've greased it. So yeah, I didn't even need to split the back, it just sort of fell in. So, next bit is, got to get the brake line support off the old shock. There's over there somewhere. Yeah, so I've got to get that off, and then start doing bolts up and maybe do the other side. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to. Oh, I've done it. I've done both sides. It's only taken me, oh my god, what is the time? Nearly 4.5 hours for a job that should have taken 2 hours. Just had to keep stopping, but they're on. I'm not going to do the backs today, but that's not going to matter to you, is it? Because you're going to see that in a few seconds' time. But yeah, so fast forward to, actually, hold on a minute. I've forgotten all about the wheel spacers. So I've bought some wheel spacers. So, well, do you know what? I'll chuck them on now. We'll lower it down, see how it looks. Obviously the back's going to look stupid, but yeah, I'll deal with that tomorrow. So anyway, spacers. So here are the spacers. We've got 15mm for the front and 20mm for the back. I'm reliably informed these do work. So, I mean, it is quite a spacer, but apparently these sit nicely. So let's get them on and see what's what. Be interesting to see how this looks with the coilovers and the spacers, because spacers, to be honest, transform a car anyway. You put spacers on and it just makes the car look like it's been lowered. It's kind of weird how a bit of extra width can make it look so much more aggressive. Anyway, let's get them on. This is going to be fun because the bloody retaining screw for the disc has fell off. Fell off, someone snapped it off. So the disc doesn't stay in place. So yeah, this is going to be a bit interesting. Lots of 17, which I just picked up. Oh, we got it. Here we go. So, it's the moment of truth. How's it going to look? Not bad. I mean, that's actually pretty good. That's sort of guess height. And I'm pretty happy with the ride height, actually. And the way the wheel sits looks so much better now. I mean, obviously it looks, look at the back. But yeah, that spacer and the coilovers definitely do the job. Look at that. And obviously I'll get some proper shots once it's outside. So anyway, coilovers on the front, spacers on the front. Fast forward to tomorrow when I've got some more beans. Okay, it is the next day. And this is gonna be a bit of a doddle, really. 2 bolts for the shock. Arm's gonna come down, spring pops out, new spring in, easy peasy. Oh, well in there. Apparently rear suspension on this thing is a dick as well. So full extension. One of these stupid arms is stopping it from going down. So I've had to clamp the spring, compress the spring down just to remove it. Just a ball ache because they're not supposed to go in the, you know, you're not supposed to be compressing back springs. So it's not designed to fit in there. Also, while we're on the subject of springs, this one's actually snapped. And I think the other side has as well. So we've got 2 snap springs on the back. It isn't going to help. This shock I've actually removed here is an FK shock. So it's really weird, this car. So you've got an FK shock, a painted rear caliper, standard springs, standard suspension on the front and standard brakes on the front, but yet painted rear calipers. I think at some point this has been, you know, a well-spec'd car with lots of mods and someone's removed all the mods and sold it. It's the only explanation really. Why would you paint just the rear caliper and just have an FK shock on the back? Well, both on the back, but yeah, we'll never know. Right, so we got this Mark V GTI in. Yeah, we did a walnut blast the other week on that S5. So we got a GTI in, Mark V GTI. It is direct injection. Look at the state of these. Probably some of the worst I've ever seen. If this would focus, it'd be lovely. Right, there we go. They are absolutely hanging. Look at the state of that. Sweet. Right, we can have a bit of fun blasting these off. Right, so again, this is it, finished. I'll tell you what, I mean, the problem is I can't show you it being done because it takes 4 hands, so there's no one left to hold the camera. So these just need a little blast out now, a little scrape. There's a little bit up there, top corner. Yeah, just need a little rub down and then clean some brake cleaner and they'll be finished. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll just show you how we do it, but not actually do it, because like I say, you can't, because you need hold too many things at once. So this little device here, got off eBay, fits all of that. It's basically it's all Audis. This goes in here, so that slots in there. The Hoover then goes on top, and then the probe goes in this hole, which is right next. Now I think I'm gonna have to buy a new one soon, but right, grab this. And so this little contraption, which is just a piece of metal I've made, goes in that hole, wiggle it around, turn the valve, blast away. And then you just have to keep sort of looking, checking, pulling that out, checking, oh, is it done? Yeah, a little bit there, and then keep going and going. But yeah, it's not too bad on one of these. Obviously we've only got 4 ports. Probably a bit easier than doing it on a V8, but... Bastard. Sorry, rudely interrupted by a spam call from Bristol. Oh, now voicemail from Bristol. Obviously very important. Yeah, so that's it. So thought I'd just a little chuck that in the middle of the video. Just a little filler in it. Yeah. There we have it. The S3 is now lowered and has wheel spacers. So let's say we've gone for the 15s and 20s, along with the Stance Plus Ultra coilovers. Yeah, the thing handled like an absolute boat before. I mean, you accelerate the front end to be up in the air, you brake it, nosedive, you sort of lean in the corners. Now it feels so much more planted. And yeah, it just handles great. So anyway, that's the end of the video. A nice little short one today, so I haven't bored you too much taking it on for half an hour, 40 minutes. In the next video, which will be an R8 video. It's been so long since I've done an R8 video, a proper R8 video, that yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Tuesday, so it's only a few days, but this will probably go out in about 5 days time, the new video, not this one. So about 5 days after this goes live, I will get an R8 video out with the new wheels, and I cannot wait to see what it looks like. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.
'Cause maybe it's not there when the lights are on and there's no one there. I need to know you're the same as me, so maybe it's okay that you feel this.